Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here, your source for gaming, tech, emulation, and open source news. Let's get started. Alright, we'll kick things off with something interesting. It turns out Atari has purchased the Intellivision brand, along with some games. It has not purchased the Intellivision Amico. So the announcement says Atari has purchased the Intellivision brand and certain games from Intellivision Entertainment. Intellivision Entertainment will rebrand and continue its business of developing and distributing the Amico brand game console, with a license from Atari to continue to distribute new versions of the Intellivision games on the Amico console. Furthermore, Atari will seek to expand digital and physical distribution of legacy Intellivision games, potentially create new games, and explore brand and licensing opportunities as part of a long-term plan to create value from the Intellivision properties. I'll drop a link to the entire article in the description below, and I do recommend checking it out. I'm curious to see what Intellivision Entertainment rebrands to. I am not surprised Atari did not purchase the Amico, and I am surprised that the Amico is still around. I thought it was dead. Next up, we're talking about Nintendo Switch emulation with Ryujinx, and Ryujinx just got a brand new update. So as of version 1.1.1318, there's an update here that may slightly reduce CPU usage in games like Pokemon Legends Arceus. In version 1.319, there's a big optimization here for lower power devices, like the Steam Deck. They say it slightly improves performance in titles with inefficient threading implementations. It improves performance in Pokemon Legends Arceus on low core count devices, like the Steam Deck, by up to a whopping 20%, or reduces power consumption by up to 40% at equal performance. That is a massive improvement. As of version 1.320 on AMD Vulkan, it fixes the black screen in specific areas in Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. And as of the most recent version, which is 1.321, there's a fix here for Intel Vulkan on Linux. It says on Intel Vulkan, it fixes the black screen in specific areas in Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Note that the game will still crash on Windows on Intel GPUs, so this improvement is only visible on Linux. And speaking about the Nintendo Switch, next up we're talking about the controversial MIG Switch flash card. And it appears there's going to be a brand new version of this. So on their website, their latest announcement says, "Today we bring you another firmware update that will improve your MIG Switch support of various microSD brands as well as sleep mode stability. But stay tuned, as this Saturday we will have an official announcement for our most requested update that is finally coming soon." So we'll find out about this new feature on Saturday, but the rumor right now is that there's going to be a new version of the MIG Switch with a button on it to switch games, as opposed to the weird eject method. Now this is confusing to me because a whole lot of people have ordered one of these things and have never even received it yet. And the MIG Switch team is already on a version 2 model. Next up, we're shifting from Nintendo to Sony, and Sony has just unveiled their creative entertainment vision. A vision of what they think gaming might look like in 10 years, and I've got some questions. I'll drop a link to the video in the description below, and I do recommend checking it out. The biggest thing I'm confused about is this screen and controller setup. It appears the screen is floating and the controller is very different than what we're used to seeing. For reference here, this was Sony's controller from just over 10 years ago, the DualShock 4. I would argue the jump in technology from the DualShock 4 to the DualSense controller is nowhere near what they just showcased. But who knows, maybe with the help of AI, the leap from the DualSense controller to this controller and setup in 10 years' time is possible. I don't think so, but maybe it is. Let me know your thoughts about this one in the comments below. Next up, we're talking about a couple of brand new Linux laptops from Tuxedo, and yes, I said laptops with an S. Tuxedo has just unveiled the Stellaris Slim 15 Gen 6, one with an AMD CPU, and the other one with an Intel CPU. So the new version of the Stellaris features an aluminum chassis, a 15.3-inch display, the AMD Ryzen 7 8845HS, or the Intel i7 14650HX, or the i9 14900HX, and they both feature either an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060 or 4070. The AMD version starts at about €1,700 or just over $1,800 USD. And the Intel version starts at €1750 for the i7. The i9 starts at about €1900. Next up, we're talking about Mortal Kombat 1, Warner Brothers, and Toasted. And today, Toasted tweeted out that Warner Brothers is threatening to destroy their YouTube channel. For those who may be unaware, ToastedShoes is a popular YouTuber who mods a whole lot of video games, and running into trouble with a developer is not new. Earlier on this year, ToastedShoes modded Pokemon into Palworld, and it turned out Nintendo wasn't too happy. So here is the tweet from back in January. Nintendo has come for me. Please leave me in your thoughts and prayers. So fast forward to today, and ToastedShoes says, this morning I received an IP infringement notification directly from Warner Brothers, stating that the Mortal Kombat mods in my content infringe on their intellectual property rights. I've been requested to delete all Mortal Kombat 1 videos from my channel, or else they will issue copyright strikes and essentially delete my channel in its entirety. And the crazy part about this is that Toasted says for over 6 months, Warner Brothers have had 0 issues with people modding the game. And Ed Boon himself, who created Mortal Kombat, has shared countless mod videos and clips praising them. So as of right now, there are no MK videos over on ToastedShoes' YouTube channel. They've all been taken down. I don't know if they're going to be back up in the future. I don't know if this was one big misunderstanding. And I don't know if Ed Boon is going to come to the rescue. Let me know your thoughts about this one in the comments below. Next up, this is a real quick one. We're talking about Evercade, and here is Evercade's tweet today. They're teasing a brand new product, or what I think is a product, called the Evercade Alpha. Unfortunately, I've got no information on this one. I've got no inside information, and I haven't seen anything about it. But I guess we're just going to find out in a few days here on May 30th. Some people have speculated the Alpha may be a brand new controller, a brand new console, or something like a light gun. Based on this possible leak, it seems it may be a console. Let me know your guesses in the comments below. Next up, I've got another quick one, but possibly an awesome one if you like this style of game. Warhammer 40,000 Gladius Relics of War is currently 100% off on Steam. It's currently free. If this is your style of game, you may want to pick it up. If it's not your style of game, you still may want to pick it up. I mean, it's free. You can add it to your backlog of games you're already never going to play. And speaking about games, next up we're talking about a brand new indie game in development called Parking Garage Rally Circuit. In my opinion, this one looks like a lot of fun, and it seems like there's a lot of drifting involved. And the developer of this one you may recognize, and that's because it's by the same developer behind the highly popular Jelly Car, which is available on mobile and also Steam. I've got no idea if Parking Garage Rally Circuit will make its way over to mobile. I would hope so, but at the same time, here it is on Steam. It hasn't released yet, but if you wanted to wishlist it, I'll drop a link to it in the description below. And speaking about mobile, last up here we're talking about Sony, and it appears that Sony is going to be getting into free-to-play games. So there was a job posting spotted for a mobile platform architect, and right in the posting it says PlayStation Studios Mobile is seeking an experienced software engineer to design PlayStation's platform for developing, publishing, and operating free-to-play mobile games. And the salary range on this one seems to be pretty nice, between $167,000 to $250,000. That's quite a bit. If you're interested, if you're qualified, I'll drop a link to it in the description below, and I guess good luck. And to be honest with you, I'm not quite sure on how I feel about more free-to-play games, especially from a big company like Sony. Let me know your thoughts about this one in the comments below. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. We talked about a bunch today. Let me know your thoughts about absolutely any of it in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button. Check out my other videos. Don't tempt fate. Save your state.